there are many so-called health foods out there for kids that are total junk. In fact, they'll create lots of problems. And so sometimes I'll have a parent that will say, well, you know, my kids are skinny, so it's okay that they eat the junk. Or my husband, he's thin, so he said he can eat anything he wants, right? So I want to talk about all the other problems that occur in addition to being overweight when eating junk food. So let's actually do that in the whiteboard over here. Let's go inside. So let's talk about the absolute worst so-called health foods for kids, right? So number one, the biggest one would be juice. Parents think that juice is healthy for kids, fruit juice, right? So they do the juicies, they do the orange juice, grapefruit juice, and they send it home with their lunch, thinking that it has some kind of vitamins. That is just pure sugar. That is going to raise the sugar so high in their bloodstream, because it's even worse than taking a Coke that, or a soda. They're going to basically get all the sugar, and it's setting them up for a hypoglycemia, low blood sugar, then a high sugar down the road. It's just going to mess up the pancreas, and it's going to deplete a lot of nutrition in their body, and it's going to probably give them a lot of dental problems too. So if you plan on going to the dentist and giving, you know, a lot of cavity replacements, then just keep feeding the kid juice. I even see little babies drinking juice. Bad idea, okay? So now you might say, well, what about orange juice? What about vitamin C? There is no vitamin C in orange juice. None whatsoever. Why? Because when you heat, all these juices are pasteurized. That means they're heated, and it kills everything in it, including all the vitamin C. The only vitamin C in orange juice is the stuff they add later, but it's synthetic. It's not even the real thing. So you're just drinking sugar water, and you're going to just create problems with more sugar with the kids, you know, hyper irritability, ADD, all these other issues. So if you just cut that out, that would be wonderful. And you can have them do other things. Like I like the carbonated water and the flavored stevia. They have flavored Coke, root beer, lemon, fruit berry. You can take 10 drops of liquid stevia, put it in some carbonated water, and they think they're drinking a soda. There's no sugar in it. It's great. I give it to my kids all the time. My big kids, they're like 21, 22, and 19. So that's important to avoid juice, okay? So that's number one. Okay, now number two, flavored yogurt. First of all, plain yogurt has 10 grams of sugar. Flavored yogurt has about 38 grams of sugar per serving size. If you get one of those tubs, that's like, what is it, 4 serving sizes? So we got 38 times 4. There is so much hidden sugar in yogurt. It's crazy. So the Go-Gurt, or whatever you call it, and the different things that parents put in their lunches, it's just pure sugar. Now, even the vanilla has 38 grams of sugar. So again, that's hidden sugar. We want to get the sugar out. Your children are going to be less irritable, hyperactive if you do that. It's going to make your life a lot better, okay? So that is number 2. Let's go to 3. Weight gain shakes. So your child needs to gain weight, right? So you give your child Ensure or maybe Pediasure or some type of drink which is loaded with vitamins and calories to gain weight. Well, let me tell you something. First of all, it's tons of sugar. The first ingredient is like sugar, okay? So we got hidden sugars, and it's all synthetic vitamins. So you're really not getting the real deal. If you want your child to gain weight, the best food to give your child is potatoes, red potatoes, yams, sweet potatoes, starches, instead of any refined sugars. Okay, so avoid the weight gain shakes because they're not going to actually gain weight in a healthy way. Okay, number 4, whole grain cereal. Well, first of all, most of that whole grain is made from flour that's been sitting in the shelf for about 6 months. And when you grind the grain, you lose a lot of nutrition right away. And anything that is refined grain, like breads, pasta, cereal, crackers, biscuits, waffles, pancakes, those foods for children should only be consumed in very small amounts, not in large amounts like you see with the pasta dinners and all that. You're just basically creating a situation where the child is raising their insulin, and they're going to create obesity down the road, a lot of problems with sugar, and it's not the best food. So In place of that, you do proteins. Proteins are fine. A lot of vegetables that maybe they'd like. You have to find something. Fruits are totally okay for kids. Nuts, seeds for kids. There's even a great book that I have that you can get recipes for your child. And this is like the brownie and the cookies and the English muffins and the bread that you can make without the sugar or the flour. Pancakes, peanut butter cups, cookies, even ice cream. So this might be something that you want to get some ideas or recipes for your children so they're not like feeling deprived. Because I know when they go to their friend's house, they're probably eating all this junk, or at school, but you want to set the standard at least at home to start eating healthy and give them alternatives. My kids do not know the difference between the junk and this right here. This is healthy junk. They don't know the difference. I don't even perceive the difference. Actually, this is better because it doesn't leave that aftertaste in your mouth. So again, kids, you got to watch out what you give them. Don't give them the gummy bear vitamins. Those are not real vitamins. Give them a food-based vitamin. But these are the most common so-called health foods that people say, oh, it's healthy, but it's really not healthy. Okay, so apply this information, and I will see you in the next video.